Hey everyone, I just wanted to share my custom Tula accessories with you. Years ago, I bought this confetti pop Tula, um, and I just got it because I wanted a Tula and it was the cheapest one I could find. And after I started wearing it, I started, I guess, falling in love with the patterns and styles and accessories and just everything, um, like the animal shapes you can get. And I just really wanted some carriers that I really love. And so I started looking and looking. I looked at so many I can't even explain. I started a Pinterest board, and there were a few patterns that I fell in love with. These are the three that I really fell in love with. There were more that I also loved, but these were the ones that that I really wanted, I guess. And so I decided to accessorize them. I did design the accessories and picked out the fabric, but I can't sew very well, so I sent them off to someone else to sew for me. Um, so here we go. This is my Twinkle Tula. It's mesh, so it's better for hot weather. It's got straight drill pads, and then I've got that little lace whatever ruffle that I really like. It's got bows, and it has these little dino spikes. And I think if I were to change one thing, I probably should have done twinkle fabric there instead of black. I was kind of nervous that the spikes wouldn't stand out if I did that, but I don't know, I think it would just make it a little more interesting to look at maybe. I don't know, but I still like it like that, so I don't even know if I would change that or not. It's got a ruffle around the side, and then when you drop it down, it's just twinkle fabric on the inside. I love how it looks down. I think that's really cool. So I guess that's why, like, one reason I regret not doing the hood the other way, but I like it like that too. And then I did the lace on the inside. I kind of wanted something like black, and then I wanted this to peek out outside the black. Kind of extra, I know, but I love it a lot. The next is Rainbow Gems. I really fell in love with this carrier. I found the carrier actually on like a Facebook page. I bought it used, and that was really exciting because I fell in love with this fabric, this style, but I couldn't find it anywhere. So that was really, really cool that I was able to find it. Then after that, the really hard part was finding the fabric for the accessories. That was almost impossible, and it was not cheap. I think I spent like as much or more on the fabric than I did on the carrier, but that's okay because I love it. So I did actually 2 different hoods because I couldn't decide and I really wanted both. I have actually kind of a lot of regrets. I regret making these bows so big. I wish they were smaller. I told her to do that. Nothing is the sewer's fault. I told her everything to do. I think the drill pads, I don't like that I did curved. I wish I had done straight. And I wish the ruffle was a lot smaller. So those are probably my regrets on that. But I still love it. And that's how it looks down. So, yeah, that's how it looks. And then it's got the bear ears with little black inside. So the carrier itself is dark blue, but I just really liked how it looks. I like how it looks with black accessories. I think I don't like how short these are, but I think she had to do it that way because of the lack of fabric. So I don't know, maybe I could add like a black centerpiece to make it longer or something. And then this is the hood, which I love. The ruffle's big on that, but I actually really like that because I wanted privacy for nursing. So I think it's an oversized hood. If I remember correctly, I asked her to make it big, so it'd be droopy and it would wrap around and I'd have lots of privacy. And even though the annoying part is when you're wearing it, it can be kind of floppy and hard to control. But I wore it on an airplane once and I was right next to a stranger and I had a nursing baby. And this hood made it possible to discreetly nurse and not feel uncomfortable. So I'm actually, I don't know. I was pretty happy about that. And then something that she said she's never done before, I asked her to put this snap on here. So it snaps to the inside so that when it's on the carrier, it looks like this. And then you can see the rainbow gems, you can see the bear ears. And without, so that's how it looks with it. And without the snap, it just flops open like that. So actually, I think it would actually make a lot more sense to put the snaps on the sides instead of just in the center, but that's okay. It works. It's better than nothing, and I don't really know why that's not more of a thing. I love it. I mean, the bad part is it doesn't look aesthetically amazing, but I think for the practical part of it, that it stays up, I think it's worth it. And now on to Frolic. I love this carrier so much. It's just like girly for me, in my opinion. And I love all the pink. I love this hood so much. And I spent so much time trying to make decisions on this. Like, oh man, I can't even tell you. Like, just picking out the fabrics was so many hours, and then making all the decisions that come along with the carrier, which I'll talk about in a moment. But this is my Frolic carrier. It's got straight drill pads. It also came with a pacifier clip, which I like, but I've washed it so many times that it's like, it looks almost white. It doesn't really match that well. So that's unfortunate. The ears stay up pretty well, the horn stays up pretty well. It kind of falls over sometimes, but it's okay. I really like it. And I also, it's got the ruffle, and I also did a snap on here as well. So I'll snap that up for a second. Sorry, I know my chair is all dirty, but that's what happens when you have an outside chair. Trying to find the bows. So here we go. Here's kind of what it looks like down. Again, I think it would be better to have snaps on the sides, but it's okay. So some decisions you have to make when you're designing your Tula accessories. Well, first of all, you could just ask someone to do it for you. Otherwise, some decisions you have to make. You have to figure out what color fabrics you want, what patterns you want. So for this, I had to decide if I wanted a bow here or something else. There's a lot of options what you could do, or you could do nothing. I had to decide if I wanted a ruffle, and if so, what kind of ruffle. I had to decide if I wanted a ruffle on the hood and like how big. So I also chose like the length of the ruffles. You have to decide the inside of the hood fabric, the outside of the hood fabric, the size of the bows, the color of the snaps, which are on the drill pads as well. They're snaps, so you have to decide that. You have to decide, what else? Oh, like on my bear, I'm sorry about the cat hair. My cat was sleeping on my Rainbow Gems carrier. There was so much cat hair on it. And if I knew that, I would have washed it before the video, but I didn't know until I was ready to do the video. So anyway, just ignore the cat hair is the point. I had to decide, like what to put on the inside of the hood. Rainbow Gems was even harder because I really wanted Rainbow Gems inside the hood, but we didn't have enough fabric. So then I had to make those decisions about, do I want to, do straight pads to minimize the fabric use. Even like adding this fabric right here, that was a decision that I had to make. So I'm thinking about like what will look best, what will complement each other the most. Oh, like the drill pad, you have to decide, do I want these black and then these rainbow, or do I want, which I couldn't decide for. I would have probably done these black and these rainbow if we had more fabric, or this black and this rainbow if we had had more fabric. So my choices were limited with Rainbow Gems, but I'm still really happy with it. And then, like on this one, like the lace, the size of the lace, do you want it all the way around? Do you just want it on the top? Like this one has no bows on it. I mean, I can't even, here's the, you have to decide, like, do you want the straps twinkle or do you want them black? And do you want the dino horns twinkle or black? And yeah, so there's a lot of decisions to be made. It's actually kind of overwhelming in a way. For me, I think the the most stressful part, or even like what fabric do you want inside the ears, like that. That felt like a big decision at the time, because I was trying to decide if I wanted frolic or the satin. And for me, like, probably the most stressful part out of everything was trying to find the right sequin fabric and the right satin fabric. So I ordered that and I sent it to her to use, and it was really, really hard to find what I liked. But I did, and I love it, and it was worth it. And yeah, if you can't tell, I really, really like my Tulas and my Tula accessories, and I love looking at them. So a big part of the reason I wanted this hood was because of a photo I saw in Google. I think that's actually maybe why I was so married to these curved drill pads as well, because I loved how it looked on hers. But you know, I did some things different, and I don't know. I mean, I still like how it looks. I just feel like they look so big. So anyway, yeah, so I guess where I was going with all this is the photos I see of other people's accessories are, you know, they inspired me, and they made me think about what I might like to do on my own. You know, that's why I decided to do a flat hood with rainbow gems, and why probably I didn't just do that hood, because I probably would have just done this hood if it weren't for that photo. And so I just wanted to share what I chose in case it inspires anyone else to figure out what they might like to do or may not like to do. There's a lot of possibilities out there. If you're like overwhelmed or you don't know where to start, I really suggest making a Pinterest board and just start pinning things that just appeal to you. And then when you're all done, you can look back on it and then ask yourself, like, what jumps out at you the most? Like, do you see any patterns? Like the pattern I saw is that I really like rainbow. I like rainbow mixed with like black and dark. So I think that's why I like rainbow gems so much. That's a pattern I saw over and over. And so that kind of showed me something about myself and what I'm attracted to. And I also really like sparkly and girly. Oh, I wanted to mention on Frolic, there's one regret I have, and that is, and it's not really a regret because I can't do it, but I wanted this to be the sequin material, but she said it wouldn't be safe. It would be a choking hazard because babies, I guess, chew on those, but none of my babies ever have chewed on the drill pads actually, but I know they do. And so obviously I don't want to do anything unsafe, so I couldn't do that. But if I could have done anything I wanted, I would have made that sequin. I mean, yeah, I'm glad I didn't if it's unsafe, but that's like the one thing that I wanted to do differently. And yeah, I forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, so just make your Pinterest board and see what appeals to you, see what you fall in love with. There are certain carriers I just absolutely fell in love with and couldn't get out of my mind and was searching for, and yeah, and when you know, and there's actually a few more carriers that I really love too, but I just actually stopped looking because I don't want to fall in love with anymore and have like 5 million carriers, and because you only really use so many, and 3 is a good number. I think you can have like one in the house, one in the car, and then I like to keep one adjusted towards like one of my kids because they like using them sometimes. I also have a Lily baby. I also have a baby Bjorn. I also have a Moby, and I have a ring sling and another ring sling, a Lenny Lamb ring sling. Which Lenny Lamb, oh my gosh, I love the patterns on Lenny Lamb so much. So anyway, I have a lot of stuff, and I've got the Tula baby blankets, and I have Lenny Lamb baby blankets, and what are the other ones? There's like a few other ones. It's been a few years since I bought any baby blankets, because I mean, I'm not kidding, I have so many, and I don't need any more, and I needed to cut myself off. So yeah, that's that. I love these carriers so much that I feel like even when I don't have kids that fit into them anymore, I probably will still keep them. Maybe not. I don't know. I just can't imagine selling them. That would make me so sad. So, I don't know. I don't know what else I would do with them though. I'm just not going to think about it. So, my baby and my toddler, they're both asleep right now. They're both napping. And so, I can't do any action shots or videos right now. So, I'm thinking, like, I thought I'd just do, like, a video of just the carriers right now. And then maybe another day I'll put them on and show you some action shots with them. And yeah, so I don't know if anyone has any questions or comments, let me know. I'm curious what your favorite one is. I don't even know which one my favorite is. I honestly can't choose. I love them all equally. Maybe not equally, but you know, I like certain things about certain ones. And yeah, show me yours if you've done any custom accessories. I would love to see those. They're so fun and interesting, and I really like seeing what people do. So yeah, anyway, those are my carriers, and I hope you enjoyed this video.